This is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. This year we'll be running through the entirety of all the Pokemon generations to pit them together to see what generation stands alone and scores the highest. Today, you better sound the trumpets, because Hoenn, Generation 3, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire are on the docket. And you're probably thinking, how are these games getting scored to be tiered? Well, throughout the review, we'll be discussing 10 separate categories covering things such as gameplay, performance, story, features, and overall game structure. Of course, we'll have our regularly scheduled nonsense, but when do we not? The better question is, will Hoenn sink or swim against Johto and Kanto? You know, the two we covered already. We're kicking things off in a moving van? Are we that worthless that we have to share the same space with our luggage? Where's the mother? I need to ask why she cares so little about her son. Oh, because the father ain't around. She shared the front seat with a ripped-ass Machoke, who is now Machoking his chicken. Great family we got here. Where's the father in all of this anyways? On TV? This literally is the only game that even has a father, which, you know, it's at least a unique character contrast, which is always appreciated. And instead of picking a starter off the counter, we get to save the professor from, Poochyena. How you gonna be the professor of Pokemon if you're gonna be afraid of a Pokemon you're studying? I mean, the choices are as hard as they've ever been. Unlike the past starter trios, the Grass-type Trico, the Fire-type Torchic, and the Water-type Mudkip are all great starters to choose from. But I have to go with the original I chose, Mudkip. Yes, yes. Can't pick up Mudkip without doing the obvious joke. I guess I like Mudkips. Fuck, this is so cringy and forced! Being on the Game Boy Advance, a lot of upgrades have hit. Everything is in full color, the music and sounds have been leveled up, but the technology guy can only flaunt the PC? Dude, we've been able to use the PC in that way for years. Get with the program, come on. Because of these upgrades, things stick out a lot more. The sprites, flowers, and even the map on the wall. Doesn't that look kind of sus to you? Like 18 years early sus? Apparently, all these upgrades are so much better that this guy blocks our path because he wants to draw feet. Turns out, he was sketching his own feet. So, hey, you do you, I guess. I still get PTSD helping Wally catch his Ralts. Every time it happens, I get flashbacks. You think all the stories of the Ralts being shiny, or the Poochyena that harassed Birch being shiny was bad? Imagine seeing the fucking Zigzagoon that Norman gives to Wally being shiny. Dad, you're telling me you have no time or money to help us move, but where did you get the red Zigzagoon, you cheating dick? I'll remember this one. Maybe I can get money from this kid, seeing as he'll actually give me enough for beating him. Thanks for being honest. I'll collect that bounty. It's new for the antagonist to show their face this early, but here they are. Team Aqua, you know, or Magma and Ruby, attacks this dude because they want to steal the equipment he's holding. But if you know me, I don't take that shit lying down. Making quick work of people like him is my MO, so it ain't a problem helping out. And starting with Mudkip is scoring dividends because Lochte washes out everything in Roxanne's gym. Sorry about the water damage, lady, but you make it too easy.